What are you sitting there for? Come on, we're going on an adventure. So, I hope you guys can hear me. We're just outside the Knoll Cow at the moment. We'll be back here later on for Serrano. But we're going to go down. And the nice thing about St Martin's Lane here in Covent Garden is that everything's really close together. So, I don't know if you can see that just beyond the big truck. That's where we're headed to. I'm going to take you down now. We are going down to the Duke of York's Theatre, where currently, because a little slice of magic to make me happy, the current run of Arcadia is showing. This is our first performance of the trip. We're here for the matinee, starts about half an hour. So we're going to go along, go on in, and I'm going to show you a little bit of the theatre if I can. There you go, doors have opened, people are starting to go in. You're probably going to see quite a lot of these cheerful flags around this weekend because we are here on Pride weekend. Parade's starting soon, I think. We're going to miss most of the parade because we're inside with the show, but if I see any festivities during my day, I will see if I can grab it for you. Hiya. Right, very quick. I've checked into the hotel. I'll show you the room I'll show you the room when we get back because we're running a bit late because I have booked somewhere for dinner, but they're not going to hold the table for very long, I don't think. So, and I totally didn't really plan in the fact that it's Pride today, which is awesome, great fun. Everybody's having an amazing time. It's very busy with lots of very, very happy people enjoying the day, but it does mean that moving around the West End is a bit of a nightmare. So we're going to head off now. And I'll show you where we're going to go eat. as promised, I said I'd do a quick tour of the room. I won't take ages on this because it's not like I do hotel reviews or anything, but I'll give you a quick rundown. So they've apparently upgraded me to a family room, which I'm glad they told me before I walked in because I'd have been freaked out if I came in and saw bunk beds. But we've got 2 single bunk beds here, pressed up against what obviously used to be windows, but no longer function as windows. And then you've got your bathroom. Hello. Nice shower in there. A small shower head, but it'll be fine for my purposes, not a problem. It's wet room style, so there's no step, which is good. We've got a sink, plenty of towels. Family room, we've got extra towels, more than I'd normally get. Loo. And that's just a slidey glass door. I have to be honest, I don't know if you can see like silhouette wise, I wouldn't necessarily stay in as the Z or Z hotel if I had company. These I'm not in love with. I've got 3 steps here, which not ideal, but we move. We're fine. And then up here we've got a good sized bed. I don't know if that's a king or a really large double, but it's a good sized bed. And then you've got, there's nothing in these hotel rooms. They're super, super basic. You get a few coat hangers, there's a bin, bedside table with charging ports. They've got the USB and the plug chargers depending on what you use. Some water over there. Remote TV's down here at the end of the bed. A little table with tea and coffee and things in there. A few supplies. These coffee bags, which is nice, I like that. And then outside, fair play to them, I've got a really nice view onto the street, which is actually, it's hard to explain. Where are I? I'm sort of not quite pointing. If you go around the corner here, this is the back of the National Gallery. So that's the National Portrait Gallery in there. If you go around the corner, you get to Trafalgar Square. And just around that way is Cecil Court, which takes you through to St Martin's Lane, which is where both of our theatres were today. So we were over and we saw Arcadia early on. Wonderful. I'll talk about that later. And then this evening we're back for Serrano. So yeah, it's nice to have a little view. There's actually 2 windows here, which makes the room really nice and light. So I'm pleased about that. And it's nice to have it's nice to sit with a cup of tea or coffee and do a little bit of people watching. So yeah, so there we go. So it's a really basic room tour, nothing fancy, but then in the Z hotels rather, you don't get anything fancy, but they are super, super central for a reasonably decent price. In all fairness, if I was going to go and see a show at the Duke of York and the Noel Coward, I'd book the Hub by Premier Inn, which is literally just right next door to the Duke of York's. But it was fully booked because it's Pride weekend. So this was the nearest alternative and it was still affordable for central London for something that's this connected. So yeah, I like these. They're cheap and cheerful, but they do the job. So I've been to the Noel Coward many times. It's one of my favourite theatres. And I have a favourite seat. Well, actually, I have 2 of them because there's one on that side exactly the same. And it's this little beauty here, D4. And it's on its own. So not only I get a fairly decent amount of leg room. I'm 5'4", and there's a good hand and a bit between my knee and the seat in front. I'm also right on the aisle, so if I did need to stretch my legs out, I could. And there is space here for me to put my stuff without having to kind of have it in my lap or lose track of it. From here, you get usually, hang on, bear with, somebody's just getting their photo, which is fair enough, really. But yeah, so I love the Noel Coward Theatre. It is my favourite. I have been here to see many, many, many things. The last time I was here, I was sitting in this exact seat, and I came to see Stephen Fry play Lady Bracknell in The Importance of Being Earnest. There we go. So that's our view from here. And even if someone can sit in this seat here, because of the rake and the angle, it doesn't in any way obstruct my view. They'd have to be about 8 feet tall to obstruct my view. So if you're coming to the Noel Coward for any reason, for any show, I thoroughly recommend D4, and the other one over the other side I think is D21 if I remember rightly. But they're the ones on their own, and I couldn't recommend them any more highly if I tried. Also, if you come to any West End theatre, I strongly recommend that you look up, because almost every single one of them has the most ornate, gorgeous ceiling with these beautiful lights. They're all slightly different, but they are all equally stunning to look at. I definitely recommend spending some time craning your neck to take them in. So, We are here to see Cyrano de Bergerac, the amazing Adrian Lester. There he is. And I'll check back in with you during the interval and let you know what I think. Well, we're home for the evening. Cyrano de Bergerac was amazing. Hilariously funny through the first half and then absolutely heartbreaking through the second. I was in tears by the end. Well-deserved standing ovation for Adrian Lester and the rest of the cast at the end. They were amazing. Now we're home. Well, we're back in our hotel room. And I have yum-yums that I picked up from Greg's. Took a slight detour in order to get them. Leicester Square is disgusting again, unfortunately. All the proud people have gone home and all the not so proud people are out and about. I don't know what's making that noise. I hope it doesn't go on too late and I would like to sleep. Anyway, I'm gonna have a cup of tea and a yum yum and then I'm gonna get some sleep because we're off out early in the morning and I'm not gonna tell you where we're going until we're on our way. So for you, it's gonna be like in a minute. But for me, hopefully, it will be after a good night's sleep. So I'll see you in the morning. Morning. Had a good night's sleep. Bed's pretty comfy, can recommend. It's a bit noisy internally. There wasn't any street noise, but I appear to be near or underneath some sort of plumbing arrangement. And I think anytime anyone on the floor above goes to the loo or has a shower, I know about it. But apart from that, it was fine. Once I'm asleep, I'm pretty much asleep, so it was okay. So I'm gonna get dressed, showered and changed and all the rest of it in a minute, and we're gonna head out. So I thought I should probably tell you what we're up to today. We are going to go up to just above King's Cross. We're gonna go to a place called the Light Room. I've been before. I went to a dinosaur exhibition that they had and really enjoyed it. The accessibility is really good there. And then I was watching Spread Book Joy. Joy was talking about having been there and they're currently running a David Bowie exhibition. So we're going to go up and have a look at that today. And then I think food will be necessary. So somewhere for lunch. And then this afternoon we have a matinee performance. We're going to be going to the Apollo Theatre to see a play called The Truth. Yeah, and if we see anything interesting along the way, I've got a bit of time, maybe we could do something else. We'll see how the day takes us. But yeah, so shortly we should be heading off up to King's Cross to go to the Light Room. Sun's out, sky's clear, looks lovely. The crews had been around and emptied all the bins yesterday from Pride were overflowing. There was so much rubbish from so many people eating out and lots of plastic cups and beer cans and flags and all detritus is gone. Except for this outside my hotel where somebody has had their KFC and left it on the bench. And I'd just like to say to that person, I know you're not going to be watching my videos, you won't hear this, but I'm just going to send it out to the universe. I hope that next time you go on annual leave, somebody adjusts the height on your office chair, because this is not cool. Anyway, it is a gorgeous day. Time for a shower and off out into the world.
painting, and then I would be exploring territory I never thought I'd get into.
I've just come out of the light room and I feel really chill. It's such an amazing space just to sit and kind of take in the exhibition and think about whatever's happening in front of you and around you, and it kind of it forces you to switch your mind off for anything that might be worrying you, because it's just everywhere. It's so loud. If you've got any sensory issues, remember your ear defenders or your loops or whatever you use. I've got my wireless earbuds in, and that kind of softened the sound a little bit, but it's super loud. If you like that, that's amazing, but I find it a smidge overwhelming. But I was sitting with my back to one of the walls and you could feel the bass when the music was coming through. And again, it was just really soothing and really relaxing, and I feel really, really floopy. I think I'm gonna go and see if I can find somewhere to eat. But yeah, thank you so much to Joy for recommending on her video, because I didn't actually know this was on. We were here last time to see dinosaurs and it was amazing, but no offense to the dinosaurs, but I wouldn't have come back to see them again. So yeah, thank you Joy for the recommendation. There we go, food's arrived. Got my steak bordelaise, French fries, French martini, the remnants of the bread and butter, because I did go to town on that. We're gonna get stuck in. Seriously guys, I have coffee and a tartare with vanilla ice cream. There's a jazz trio playing and I'm in my happy place. Okay, just for you guys, I'm vlogging walking down the street in London. I'm like a twat talking to myself, but there we go. So we've just finished really lovely lunch in Sadao. And now we're gonna head down. Oh God, it's busy. We're gonna head down to the Apollo to see The Truth, which is the last show of the trip. So this is coming up Shaftesbury Avenue. And along here you've got a real cluster of theatres. For anyone who's interested in where things are. You've got the Lyric here, which is where Hadestown is currently showing. The Apollo, where we're going, where The Truth is, you can just about, hang on, I'll move over a bit. You can just about see the poster for The Truth sticking out. And then further along, you've got the Gielgud Theatre, which is currently the home for Oliver. If you're in town and you're looking for a show, you can heartily recommend Oliver. It's brilliant. And then on the end there, you've got the Sondheim, which has been the home for Les Mis for, I don't know, so long. Many, many years. And you've got all four in a row, and they're all really convenient. The Gielgud and the Sondheim actually join at the top. If you go up into the bar areas, I don't think it's always open to go from one to the other, but when they have like gala events and things like that, you can go between the two, because they are all, well no, not all. Is this the Apollo and the Lyric IMAX theatres? I'm just sitting at the top. But the Gielgud and the Sondheim are Delphont Mackintosh theatres. And they are joined inside this one big building. It's two separate stages and they go on for miles. They're huge buildings. But yeah, so there we go. This is Shaftesbury Avenue, little theatre collection.